Hi, Stephanie Leach here, Certified Health Coach at FamiliesEatingBetter.com, and today I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for getting dinner on the table without becoming a kitchen slave. You know, I get it, you're busy, and after a long day, the idea of preparing home-cooked meals every night for your family can seem daunting, and occasionally you might even feel like a kitchen slave. So here are some tips to make getting dinner on the table a little easier. My favorite tip, and the top one on my list, is to cook once and eat twice, or even maybe 3 times. You know, many recipes can be doubled or even tripled. And so we'll eat dinner the night that I prepare it, and then I'll put away the leftovers for several days later. And we can have a hot cooked meal that I didn't have to work very hard for at all. And then if it's a recipe that could be tripled, where one of the servings can be frozen. For instance, when I make turkey veggie meatballs, I already have the cutting board out, the grater's out. It all gets mixed up together anyway, so why would I make only one batch? So I make 3 batches, or a triple batch, and it all goes into the oven, comes out, and we eat one serving that night, another serving later in the week, and then I freeze the 3rd serving and we'll eat it a couple of weeks later. So that's a great tip so that you don't have to cook every night. My next tip is to use your slow cooker. Slow cookers are great ways of cooking beans, soups or stews, or tough cuts of meat, which are often cheaper. It's just fantastic to walk in the door at the end of the day and smell dinner pretty much done. All I have to do is throw together a side salad and dinner's on the table. So tip number 3 is to cook one-pot meals. You know, a lot of times it's not the cooking that we dread, it's the cleanup. After a long day and cooking dinner, who wants to clean a kitchen? So having lots of different pots and pans is what sometimes makes that a real chore. So cooking a one-pot meal or a dish that is mostly cooked in a casserole dish is great. You know, often I'll come across a recipe that will ask me to cook it on the stove and then pour it into a casserole dish and put it into the oven for a final broil to make it extra pretty. And that's just not always necessary. If it's cooked, it's cooked, and I serve it to my family. Tip number 4 is to make it a family affair. Yes, it's time to have the kids put down the smartphones and the remote controllers and come into the kitchen. You know, everyone's benefiting from your meal, so why should you have to do all the work? Also, it's a great way to spend quality time with your kids and your spouse if he's available. So depending on their age, just about anyone school age and up, you know, there's an age-appropriate chore or task that they can accomplish in the kitchen. Whether it be stirring or grating or tearing lettuce or setting the table, there's something that each family member can do to really make it a wonderful time to spend together. And then my tip number 5 is to sort of cook. I'm a big fan of shredding rotisserie chicken and adding a few ingredients. Voila, dinner's done. Or if I just open a can of beans and make quesadillas or tacos or something super easy where I'm just really warming things up, that to me is not really cooking. Dinner's done in 15 or 20 minutes, and those are really great meals for busy work days. So pick one of these 5 tips and implement it this week, and hopefully that helps you get dinner on the table without feeling like a kitchen slave. Have a great day.